welcome back. Sorry it's been a little while since my last video. Things have been a little crazy around the farm these days. We're in November now. I have 2 kids that we're full-time homeschooling now, which is going great. My husband and I absolutely love it. And trying to keep the farm going. So today I was just going to show you guys an update of those chicks that we hatched, or now they're chickens, and show you how big they've gotten. They're approaching 7 months old now, and as you can see behind me, there's just some of them. We do have 31 of them out here with the rooster. I did keep 3 older hens that are about 3.5 to 4 years old. They were just some of my favorites, and at that time they were still giving us eggs while I was raising these young ones. We're going to talk a little bit about winter care since it's starting to get pretty cold here, pretty wet, and just give you guys ideas on how to take care of your birds during the winter and what's expected. It's video. So first of all, I want to talk to you guys about the chicken you're seeing in the camera right now. She's black and white specked. Her feathers kind of look a little ruffy, a little shaggy. Well, she is one of my older hens, so she's about 3.5 years old, and she is going through molting right now, which basically for chickens, they will get their first molt usually right around 18 months of age. And what molting is your chicken will actually lose 70% of their feathers. They'll actually look like they've gone through a chicken plucker. And during this process, they tend to do it in the fall, which I don't know why, just animal instinct seems kind of a little chilly to do that, but that's what they do. We start losing hours of daylight, and so it naturally takes them out of laying and puts them into molting. So during this process, you basically want to make sure they've got clean, adequate water. You want to up their feed protein levels. So usually I start adding in a 20% flock raiser. That extra protein just gives them the extra nutrition, plus helps regulate their body temperature during that time. The process tends to last anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks, depending on the breed of chicken. And when the process is done, your chickens are actually fully feathered again. They're beautiful, they're healthy, and by then they'll start laying eggs again. I just wanted to let you guys know, if you start seeing any of your chickens in the fall months starting to look pretty shaggy, just know they're not sick, they're just going through molting. On the black and white chicken that we zoomed in on the molting, I wanted to also make a point that once they start molting at that 18-month mark, from there on, you will see your hens go through this once a year. This is their natural way of their body basically blowing out their old feathers and getting new feathers. So it takes a lot out of them, and that's a lot of times why you see that egg production go down. And also, there is a method you can do to prevent all that. I personally don't do it. Basically, putting a light in your hen house for at least 14 to 16 hours of daylight every day, and that will prevent them from going through this process. Well, also during that time of molting, when we up their protein, all the other young chickens can actually eat the same feed. It will help them keep producing, because your young birds will actually lay through the winter months until they go through that molting process. On all these young guys, they're laying almost every single day for me, so we're getting quite a few eggs right now. Although the eggs are still a little small because they're still growing, you know, each week they tend to be a little bit bigger. I'll show you how much bigger the eggs have gotten since the last time I posted my video, When Will She Lay? You'll see that link up in the corner. As you can see, everybody looks good, they look healthy, they're cleaning up this yard. You guys also saw one of the videos when we first put them in here, and this was loaded with grass and weeds. Well, it didn't take that long, and they have cleaned this area up. They're gonna get it ready for me for next year's garden. So here in a little bit, we're gonna move into the hen house, and I'm gonna show you guys some supplementation blocks you can also do through the winter to up protein. It also has grit in it and oyster shell. We just stepped into the hen house to give you guys a shot of what the eggs are, and I've got one of my hens in here actually laying right now. So she is my light Brahma. She's got the feathers on her feet. She's a full-size hen, and she's roughly about 7 months old now. Wait and see what she's got under her. Otherwise, oh, there she goes. She's stepping out. Let's see. All right. So we got a couple different eggs in there. As you guys can see, they are getting bigger. I've got my green one in there also from my Americana. Let's check in here. So we've got that one. Here's my other one. Ooh, we got a lot of them today. And I do come out here every single day and get these out of here, especially since it's pretty cold here right now. Just to get them out, get them in the fridge so they don't freeze. So here's the other side of my nest boxes. Looks like we got eggs in all of them. Good job today, ladies. Today is also clean out day, you guys. It's been probably about a month since I cleaned out my hen house with 31 chickens. Definitely a month, as you can see. Go ahead and come on in, Allie. It was ready to get cleaned out. I personally love keeping this clean for my hens. It helps keep disease down, helps keep mites away, any bacteria. Altogether, guys, if you got chickens, the more you keep cleanliness for them, especially in the winter months when it's raining and they're wanting to spend a lot of time in the hen house, definitely, I'm probably going to be out here about every 2 weeks from here on out. I just got busy with the homeschool again. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get some fresh shavings down, get it all set up, clean out their nest boxes, which, Allie, if you want to come in and do a shot, the nest boxes are pretty clean, but I'm going to give them some new shavings in there and put a little bit of a Diatomaceous Earth in there, and I'll show you guys as I'm doing that, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Alright, the coop is cleaned out. Didn't take me long at all, especially since my husband put down some vinyl flooring in here. Makes the shavings and the poo just slide right off it. Way easier. Okay guys, we're ready to put down our new bedding for in our hen house. My recommendation is wood shavings. Definitely the fur. I like using the larger flake since I have large chickens. It actually helps soak up their poo. They last longer. They don't break down as fast when they're in the hen house. Definitely stay away from the cedar shavings, like mentioned in previous videos of mine, how to set up a brooder. I'll put the link up in the top there. The other bedding people like to use is straw. It personally is not a favorite of mine. I feel like the straw can actually mold, it can get damp, it can harbor mites and lice. Plus, it's a lot harder to clean out and heavier. Takes longer to break down if you've got a compost pile going. Like I said, my recommendation is large flake, white, or fur shavings. Let's get these guys down. Here's what those large flake fur shavings look like. I'm going to get this bag spread out and give you guys a peek at what it looks like with the new bedding in here. Okay, nice clean hen house. Ladies are going to be happy tonight when they come in to roost. It smells good. Them fur shavings add a nice pleasant scent. Not irritating to the respiratory system or oils that will irritate their legs. It's definitely a really good choice, you guys. I even put it in their nest boxes, as you can see. And I put a good, probably about 4 to 5 inches in each, especially since it's really cold right now anyhow. Just makes them nice and cozy. They can fluff them up when they get in there, which, if most of you know, when your chicken lays an egg, it's always almost like a rounded bowl shape after they're done, because they like to fluff up where they're going to lay their egg. While we're in the hen house cleaning everything, since it's fall, we've had a couple of really hard freezes here. A lot of the bugs, the mites, the lice in the ground are basically zapped, or usually they just go away or they die off. To keep my chickens healthy through the late fall and winter months, I like to sprinkle a little bit of Diatomaceous Earth in their nest boxes. While they're in there kicking up the shavings, this little bit of a granule Diatomaceous Earth actually gets up in their undercoat and their down, and it is a all natural way of killing mites, killing lice, any little scaly bugs that happen to come in on them from out in the yard. Like I said, this is a really natural, healthy way to keep your chickens parasite free and keep all them little bugs away. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little handful. I'm going to go through each little nest box, sprinkle it in there. It is okay if your chickens actually peck this and ingest this. A lot of people also use this as a natural wormer for them to get rid of parasites inside. You don't need to worry about that. This is granule form, so it is not powdery and dusty. I'm not worried about them actually aspirating it or breathing it in and it going straight to their lungs. The granule form I really like. I suggest it. Sometimes you can also do this in the spring when the bugs wake up again. The ground starts warming, and this will help keep parasites down as well on your chickens. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit on the top there. There we go. And if a little bit falls in the hen house floor, that's okay too. Like I said, it's going to help keep all them little pesky bugs and mites down through the winter months. While we're in the hen house, I mentioned to you guys about the flock block that I'm going to supplement them also through the fall and winter. What this is, it is a 25-pound block. It has all different grains. It has sunflower seeds. It's got ground up oyster shell, ground up grit. It's basically a fortified block for chickens to keep them occupied, especially during the fall and winter months when they're more henhouse bound because of the nasty weather. This also offers a little bit more protein as well. So not only did we up their protein level in their chicken feed through the winter time, we're also going to supplement with this block. With all these minerals in here, these hens are going to have a really good winter this year. The extra protein, like I was saying, is going to keep them warmer, help them produce more body heat. So I'm going to get this cut open. I've got a pan down here we're going to set it in. You definitely want to keep it in your hen house. If this gets wet, the rain is just going to wash it away. But as you guys can see, it is rock hard. These blocks will encourage pecking also. So if you've got chickens that are pretty cooped up, this will help prevent them from actually picking on each other, because it will give them something to do, and that natural pecking they will be able to do instead of on each other. So all in all, really good thing to have. Really good thing to have also if you're going on vacation. It just supplements a little bit extra with their feed. All right, well, that sums it up for today. I hope you got a lot out of this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write them below. And I hope you guys have happy holidays. And thank you. Have a nice day.